Good morning and welcome to Backyard and Beyond. This morning we have two guests with us, Susan Grieving and Amanda Pitson, and they're both teachers at the Elkhorn-Kimballton School. Good morning to you, Amanda.
Good morning.
And to you, Susan.
Good morning.
Yeah, well, you have an exciting event that's coming right up, 6, 7, 8, and I'm guessing you've been preparing for this for a long time. So tell us about the production. What is it? A little bit of the story. I think, Amanda, you were going to do that.
Well, the production we're doing this year is the musical The Wizard of Oz, and it is a story about a young girl who meets three friends, and together they go on this journey, and in the end, they find that everything that they were looking for is already within themselves.
Right there. Inside. And that, some people I think kind of miss that story because they're so in tune with the music and all that sort of thing. But yeah, it's sort of like those short stories with morals. You've got a message here. Yes. So fill us in on the date. I already said it was the 6th, 7th, and 8th, the date and the place. The time and the place.
It's actually the 5th and the 6th, Friday night at 7:30, and Saturday the 6th at 2 o'clock and at 7:30.
Okay, so Friday and Saturday, no Sunday in there.
Yep.
Okay, and is there any special dessert or dinner or anything involved with any of those?
Nope, not for this show, it's just the show.
Oh, just the show, but hey, that's enough.
Oh, yeah.
This is a bit exciting. Susan, tell us a little bit about kind of the background production, maybe scenery, some things it takes to put together a musical like this.
Well, Mrs. Pitson and I have been meeting for quite a while before even we started auditions for the show to determine what show would be good and interesting and fun for the students to perform. And this is a show that we thought would really suit the group of students that we have this year. Once we decided on the show, we then, of course, go through the script and we determine what set pieces would like and how that is all going to work together. And this show, in fact, has quite a bit of set pieces. And Mrs. Pitson can talk a little bit more about that because her husband has built the entire show, and she has actually been our scenic painter for the show.
Oh, all right. Well, it involves a lot of people to get something like this done. Of course, many students, but, sometimes we forget about those background people that make it happen. So how is it, Amanda, you and your husband got involved in all this scenery and sets?
Well, I think it all started with a lot of my elementary concerts that I've done, and we've always sort of done little backgrounds for their shows. And then when we decided upon Wizard of Oz, it's kind of in the same vein as that, with almost like a children's theater quality to it. So my husband and I just started brainstorming some ideas with Susan, and my husband's pretty crafty with building things, so we started back in August making some plans and starting to construct some things, and it just kind of went from there. So
Very good. Well, like I say, it takes lots and lots of people. How many students and what grades are involved with this production?
We have 42 high school students.
Wow.
And then we've also asked a couple of the lower elementary kids to do that as well, so there's 6 of them. So altogether, 48 kids from Elkhorn.
But that's good because you want to give a lot of the students this experience of being in a production. And I'm guessing for some of them, this is a first-time experience.
Yeah, for quite a few of them, actually.
Yeah.
We have a lot of freshmen and a lot of new faces this year.
Okay, well, that's kind of fun. It's a challenge for all of you, but kind of fun to get more people involved. Let's look a little bit ahead here before we come back and kind of review Wizard of Oz. What's coming up after this? I mean, this is a big production on it. You started working on it in August, but you probably are thinking ahead now to some future dates yet this year.
Yep, we have our elementary Christmas concert, our K through 6 concert on December 6th. And then the week after that, I think it's the 13th, the next Monday after that is our junior high and high school Christmas concert.
Yeah.
And that will be band and choir for both of those concerts.
Okay, so get Wizard of Oz finished and right into Christmas.
Yep.
That's kind of how our lives go.
Yep.
Susan, now tell me a little more about what your job is and some of the things that's involved.
Sure. Well, I'm the stage director and the choreographer. So I meet with the students and we block the scenes and discuss acting and their relationships on stage. And I choreograph all of the musical numbers for the show and teach them all of the dancing and all of that.
What background did you have in terms of choreography?
I'm sorry, say that again?
What background did you have? I mean, did you take dance classes? How did you get into the choreography aspect?
Oh, sure. Well, I'm a dancer. I went to college in Boston at Emerson College, and I got my BFA in musical theater and dance.
Ah.
And I've also studied with a lot of directors in New York, and then I moved here.
Yeah, and here you are in Elkhorn, but thank goodness you have an opportunity to put all that experience to work.
Well, it's great. It's really nice to be able to work with Mrs. Pitson, and these students are just really, they're a good group of kids, and we enjoy working with them and trying to work with each one of them because they're all individuals, and so it's nice to be able to try to, bring the best out of them.
Well, if it's anything like Dancing with the Stars, you have a real challenge with some of the students who don't know their left from the right until you get with them.
Yeah, but it's surprising. I think I think that's a common thought that a lot of people have. But really, when you sit and you can break it down, and if you just figure out how that particular student learns, then I think that's the key. If you can talk to them with how they think, then it kind of clicks and.
Interesting.
And hopefully they have a good experience doing it.
Yeah. Well, this really, I'm sure, gets into those people who like the action part of learning, not as much the reading and the looking. They like the action part, and so and most of the kids do, I'm sure, like
but
dancing.
it is, especially with dancing, some people learn by counts because they're really musically inclined. Some others are physically inclined, and then some others are really cerebral, so you have to figure out the best way to teach all of them.
Great. Good for you, Susan. And let's kind of review, Amanda, if you would, again, all the essentials that people know. We didn't talk about fees, so we need times, dates, place, and fee.
Yep, it's Friday night, November 5th at 7:30, Saturday the 6th at 2 o'clock and at 7:30. It's at the Elkhorn Kimballton School in the lunchroom. We have a stage in there. And tickets are $7. And to order tickets, you just need to call the school and talk to our secretary. Her name is Tammy Jacobson.
Okay. And can you get them anywhere in town, or you need to call the school?
You need to call the school.
Okay.
She's taking care of all the ticket orders here.
Okay. And that number is?
712-764-4616.
Okay. Well, this is sure to be, I'm thinking, colorful, fun, exciting, just full of all kinds of great things to see.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, so everybody come. You got lots of choices there with the 3 dates. So I know this is the time of the year for other school productions, but with your 3 productions, I think they can go see 2 or 3 of them also. Yeah. But be sure to go see The Wizard of Oz at the Elkhorn Kimballton School. Thank you very much, Amanda Pitson and Susan Grieving, for visiting with us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Till next time, here's the thought. Experience is not what happens to you. It is what you do with what happens to you.